What's the give and take with you guys? You know, especially on stage with all the improv.
I'm gonna let Aaron answer this.
Well, we were actually, before the first albums, we're actually trained in improv, both of us. Modest, I think, you know, used to beatbox behind people in high school, and that's all improv. And I've done a lot of, I've trained in jazz, but I've also done a lot of free improvisation music, which is different than even jazz. It's like all bets are off, you know, do whatever you want, and to make that interesting. And that's what gives me my buzz. Like, some people like drugs, some people like getting something right every night, perfect. That's their buzz. My buzz is like making magic happen every night. And I think Modest too, because you see his face light up, you know, whenever something new and interesting happens. And it's just a way, it's what makes us tick. And that's what kind of like, that's our bond, I think, is the unknown. And and then it's the ultimate being in the now. Because of course we have our forms, you know, like Lord Raise Me Up as D, C, G, whatnot, and we know what we can do, and then we know like there might be a solo or there might be this, like there's audibles, but then there's like the beatbox comes, and then like we go on something else and we can change chords, or you know, the bass player, you know, Stu can, you know, plays a different pedal or something, then you're into a different chord range, and then like Yuki or Rob will do something that'll affect us, and then Tim will switch it up, the drummer. So I think, yeah, our bond is just like improvisation, I guess, you know, and skill.
But yeah, go ahead.
Just like skilled improvisation.
Yeah.
Like we're always working on our instrument and our composing and our craft, and we take it very seriously.
So, I mean, it seems like you're always on the road and you're always around the world. So talk to me a little bit about your plans for the next
we had
6 months or so.
Checked the email last night. We were on the road last year 256 days in 2015.
Really?
Yeah, dude.
That's crazy. Does it?
That's normal. And that's normal for us.
Do you count White Plains as being on the road now, or no?
No, this is home. This is home. This is. I mean, I'll count it as a show day, but this is home. This is we were just out all of December.
Yeah.
We were out all fall. We came home. We did it. Then we came home for like what 2 to 3 weeks, and then we did a December run, which was in like pack centers, which was nice. It was a different kind of thing. It was in these nice seated kind of performing arts centers.
Right.
You know, theaters, nice places. You know. Nice carpeting, nice walls, you know, nice.
Taking a little jab at my carpeting here?
No, I'm not. Oh, not at all. I like the carpeting. Like this room, I mean, like very sterile kind of.
I laid this carpet down myself.
Did you? And then we went out. We came home for a couple of weeks. Went to South America. We came home, and then we went out again just now. We just got back from our sort of winter West Coast thing. And we go back out in 10 days. We're doing a tour with an artist who's of mixed background. His mother is Jewish, his father's Palestinian. And me and him and the band were going out and playing about 15 colleges. And the idea being, this summer I was like boycotted by this BDS movement in a festival in Spain, to the point where they actually threw me off the festival because I wouldn't make political comments about denouncing Israel, basically, and being pro-Palestinian, and so they actually took me off the festival lineup. It created like a huge uproar. The Spanish government condemned the festival. They invited me back. I went back and played, and to thousands, but to 500 up front with Palestinian flags and signs that say Matisyahu, and people giving me the finger and throwing shit at me. So out of that, sort of decided like there's just so much ignorance about the situation and this whole concept of boycotting, and it just like pisses people off, you know. So if you like, you go to these colleges and try to do something with the Israel groups and the Palestinian groups on campus, and just try to just tap into the humanity of making music and get away from all the politics and just try to bring it back like right here for people, you know. So we go out and do that, take a little bit of time. We go to Europe this summer for a little bit, play some festivals in June. Got a big show at Red Rocks with Polish Ambassador, who I just did a track with also. That's going to be out pretty soon. And then we go out with 311 for the summer as the main support for 311, which is cool because that's also a 10-year anniversary.
I was going to say, you played with them, right?
In 2000, I guess is that 9 years?
07? Yeah.
07, yeah. So in 2007 we did that, and that was sort of our first, big, playing like big gigs, sheds, and having tour bus and the whole thing. So that's kind of cool. It's like a return to that a decade later. And then we're going to be in the fall recording a record at Studio G, Joel Hamilton's studio over there in Brooklyn, with this current band that we have, which is a pretty amazing band. Band record, real organic musical record with 7 or 8 songs that are each 7 or 8 minutes,
Awesome.
I got a single coming out this spring called Shade from the Sun, which is sort of like a world music, up-tempo, African type of, exciting song. It's pretty cool. And the last thing on the list is dreampatron.com or Matisyahu Club, which is like this thing I'm doing where you can sign up basically $5 all the way up to $50.
Okay.
Get special
I was
privileges.
gonna say you get
Come
free-
to the show, you
some
get
free
VIP.
stuff.
But what you really get is a song every month, a free song every month. So there's like 8 songs in the can right now. And that's because like I record a lot all the time with different producers, and it's almost like in a hip hop kind of way. And I get sitting on all these songs that I like don't really release. So rather than people having to wait a year, 2 years, 3 years for a record, this way they wait for the record, which is its own special thing. But in the meantime, there's constantly new music coming at them every month. So that's that.
Cool.
That's what we got
So
going
what else
on.
are you doing?
I got 3 boys. I'm right now transitioned into dad mode. I come off tour and it's like up at 6 a.m., making lunches, packing snacks, carpool, doing laundry, the whole thing. I'm single dad. So
Wow.
it's pretty cool. I love it though. I listen to the favorite things in the world, music and kids.
Let me transition here. So I have a 4-year-old. I have a 15-month-old. So any words of wisdom that you want to impart to them, assuming YouTube is existing 10 years from now?
To your 4-year-old?
Especially the younger one.
I don't know. What do you say to a 4-year-old? What advice do you give to a 4-year-old?
Don't listen to what people tell you to do. Don't listen to rules.
Yeah, my main thing with
Follow your compass.
Yeah, my main thing with my kids is that I want them to trust their intuition, and so I get a lot of shit from people about being too honest with my kids, and I disagree with that. Like that you have to hold things back from kids and not tell them, because I think that kids have a real strong intuition about things and people, and adults are constantly lying to them to try to sort of like cover over their eyes, right. to do stuff. And that basically kids then stop trusting their intuition, and they start sort of believing bullshit. Mm-hmm. But kids know what's real and what's true. So like if my kid ever calls me on some shit, like, were you with this thing? Were you doing this thing? What's that? Yep. Even if I'm not proud of it, even if something I'm not proud of, I tell them like, okay, look, I'm not proud of this thing or whatever, this and that. I struggle with this thing, whatever it is. But it is what it is, because I don't want him to second guess his intuition about what's right, what's wrong, and what's really happening around him. So that's my advice for the parents out there.
And you had that. You must have had that growing up, no?
What do you mean?
Like that kind of parenting?
We don't have to get into my parents and their parenting style.
No, you beat to your own drum. That's what I meant.
They were not easy to grow up with.
Jeez.
I love them now.
We're not going to turn this into a Barbara Walters thing. So. But thank you, man. I really appreciate it.
Thanks, bud.
Appreciate it. Awesome.